built our line chart, we've built the big name and the big number, and now it's time to build this very simple visualization made up of circles. This thing is pretty simple. It's one circle per year, and the color of the circle corresponds to the number of occurrences. The more common a name was that year, the darker the circle. And of course, we want nice, clean tooltips. All right, let's build. We'll make a new sheet and call it something like circles, and then we'll drag year to columns. Take a look at the marks card. Tableau has defaulted to the Gantt mark type, and to change this, we'll just click on the marks card drop-down menu and select the circle option. And then we'll make our marks a bit smaller so we can see each circle. Beautiful. Now, we want the color of the mark to correspond to the total number of occurrences. Drag the occurrences pill to color. There are those baby boomers again. Right now, the color of the circle corresponds to the total occurrences in the entire data set. Now we'll add name to the filters card and we can narrow our records down to just a single name. Perfect. We see the color intensify when more babies received the name Beverly in the middle of the century. And just like our line chart, we can change the colors here too. But now we're dealing with a slightly different color window. All our choices are on a gradient since we're assigning color based on a continuous variable. I'm going to pick this warm gray since it complements the warm grays in the color palette we picked for our lines in step 1. 1 second though. What's missing? Do you see it? 1901. Do you know why? Remember that if at least 10 Social Security cards weren't issued with the same name and sex in the same year, the records didn't make it into our data set. So in 1901, there were less than 10 Beverly Social Security cards. For example, if you look at my name, you can see it got off to a really slow start. And last but not least, our tooltips. Let's swing on over to the line chart where we already did this work in step 1 and copy its tooltip since it's already polished up. Then we'll head back over to the circle tooltip, paste it there. Now, why is the name variable suddenly not gray? This visualization hasn't used the name variable on the columns or the rows or the marks card yet, so it hasn't brought it into the tooltip yet. Here's what we'll do. We'll click OK to exit the tooltip box, drag the name variable to tooltip, open back up the tooltip editor, highlight the text where the name variable will go, and then insert the name variable. When you see that gray shading again, you know your variable is back. And so there you go. We've got all 4 pieces of our dashboard. Now it's the fun part. Let's go on to step 4 and make them talk to each other with a dashboard action.